everybody, Mitchell and Chris here playing some Destiny for you guys. We decided since Destiny 2 is coming out soon, we're gonna do we're calling a road to Destiny. Basically, we're gonna go through every strike that's been out through all the expansion and stuff in order, and just attempt to the best of our ability. The first one we're doing today is called the Devil's Lair, and it's on the Earth. It's on Earth. Because the level is so low, and as you can see, we're such a high level and light level, we decided to make a little challenge out of this strike and put our lowest, our worst weapon and weapon subclasses for this. So, yeah.
All right. We aren't going.
Defender.
Hold on. We aren't going to talk while there's words on the screen.
We'll continue to claw at the walls of our city unless we strike them down. Beneath the ruins of the Cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair and the High Servitor, feeding them their strength. We must destroy this machine god and send their souls screaming back to hell.
Alright. So continue.
Alright, so I personally am going to be running Defender. I'm playing a Titan. I'm running the Defender subclass, which is the Arc subclass, along with, give me a second while I load it up. I'm going to be running the Last Word, a hand cannon, a sidearm, and a rocket launcher. Mitchell, what are you running?
Well, I am a hunter. I'm going to be using the Arc Blade subclass, Blade Dancer. I'm using a hand cannon that I actually just got. And I'll be using a fusion rifle and a sword as well. It's basically my worst weapons.
I understand. Okay. Well, since we're doing this on the road to Destiny 2, how are you feeling about the new game coming out soon? Less than a month away, correct?
Yeah, it's September 6th. I
Nice.
think. Yeah. I am really excited for it, you know. It's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun. I played on the beta. I had a lot of fun with that. They're adding more cinematics in, so that's good.
Oh yes, I played the beta as well, and I really enjoyed it. I had just got back from vacation when it came out, so I was lucky to get into it at all. So, you think it's gonna be a Game of the Year edition when it comes out? You think it's gonna be that good, or what are you thinking?
I mean, it'll win Game of the Year somewhere, but not my personal Game of the Year, but it definitely will be high up there on that list.
Alright, so speaking of Game of the Year, what is your current Game of the Year? What games that came out in 2017 is your favorite so far?
Well, I'm gonna have to think on that for a second. So,
okay.
what are you thinking on yours?
You know, I didn't even think about the answer before I asked myself. I really enjoyed, wow, the name just slipped my mind. I know it's not really a Game of the Year, but I'm a big fan of Modern Warfare Remastered. It came out this year by itself.
Yeah, I mean,
once
it's
remastered,
definitely, it's definitely a really good remaster. I don't know if I would say it's the best remaster of the year though, because you got the Crash Bandicoot remaster, which was
I'm looking forward to playing
fantastic
that
so far.
Have you played it?
I played a few levels so far.
Nice. I may have to come over and play a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Fallen and hide.
If you guys would like to see that at all, me playing through my first time, I have not. For most people, it's a very nostalgic game. So I've never played it growing up. So if it's something you'd like to see me play first attempt at the game, first everything. Let me know what you think, and then I'll post it if you guys want. So right now I'm doing terrible with the hand cannon. I don't know about you.
Not too bad.
I have a friend that loves The Last Word. He always talks about it and used it.
This is going to be the hardest part here with the waves of enemies coming in.
Yeah. It's not like I'm even taking a lot of damage. Granted, the low level source.
Yeah.
That probably balances it out. I did complete a contract earlier because Kill Hive that I forgot I had going.
Nice.
Yeah. So, have you thought any more about your game of the year?
Yeah. So far, out of games I've played this year that have come out, the Horizon Zero Dawn, by far, now that I've thought about it, it was so good. And I'm waiting for that DLC to come out. Hopefully it'll be soon.
I'll need time.
What was your favorite aspect of the game? What did you enjoy most?
It was, well, I really liked the story, but it was a really good mix of the all the mechanics, which were not necessarily new mechanics in gaming, but it just felt good.
Like, what exactly felt good about it? Just the control and everything, everything fit together felt good.
Yeah, like it had, you know, the stealthy mechanic that you would see in like Assassin's Creed and everything, and Batman, and it had the ability to use your little focus, which also reminded me of Batman.
Okay.
But I thought it looks amazing, honestly. Running, I have a 4K HDR PS4 Pro.
Yes.
And it was so good looking on that.
Awesome. I may have to give it a try. I personally never played it. I remember you showing me when it first came out, the feature with it, and especially with the newer update that came out recently, the ability to the picture taking ability on it was just great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a few really nice pictures that just look like something that a developer would like show off.
Yes. And I just quit another thing during this. Another mission
Nice.
thing, yeah. That's always good when you get two birds with one stone. Always good. So this may be a tough question for you to answer. What is your favorite game of all time? You can even answer that.
Ooh, favorite
general
game
idea.
of all time. That is tough. Purely from like nostalgic feels from high school and things like that. It's probably gonna be Dragon Age Origins actually.
Origins, okay.
Yeah.
Nice
It
choice.
was, I look at it now, and even back whenever it came out, I looked at it, and it wasn't the best graphically, but it was it was such good, like the writing was fantastic,
Yes,
the gameplay was great, I just really enjoyed it.
I gotcha. Like I said, I'm not a big single player person. I am slowly getting involved in that stuff, but it's harder than it sounds to get involved in that stuff, and I grew up without it. So, well, was that your first game you ever played? Or
No.
what was the first? No, okay.
The first game I ever played?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on my Sega?
I gotcha, okay.
Let me date
Big,
myself a
age.
little bit.
For those of you watching, me and Mitchell here have a fairly big age gap between us. We've been friends for years now. My first game I ever played.
Oh, cool.
Was...
I just found a dead ghost that I hadn't found before.
Oh, that's cool. Now, my first game I ever played was like on my 5th birthday. I got a, or some birthday, I got a Game Boy Advance SP and played Pokemon Emerald, and that just started a era for me of Pokemon love. Currently, have played every generation minus the 5th one, I believe it was.
The black and white.
Lair is down.
Yeah, Black and White 2 are the ones I never attempted. And I want to go back and play it.
I played a little
just
bit of
so
black
hard.
and white.
Yes, you have. I remember you telling me about it. I hear it's one of the best. Honestly, like one of the best stories that Pokemon are less desirable for. I've
I
heard it's one of
don't
the
know
best.
about that.
That's what
Personally.
I heard. When it first came out, at least, it was one of the best.
I don't know. I thought that your like friends that you have that go along with you were some of the most annoying.
Early
that
game
have been.
was the most. I never played. From what I heard, early game was most annoying. Pokemon X had a very annoying early game talk.
And see, I
Every
didn't play
game's had
much.
X and Y.
Yeah, I only played like a couple minutes, I think, one time on somebody's 3DS.
Yeah, I understand that. So, what topic we'll talk about next? I think we were talking earlier about Game of the Year. Any games you're looking forward to in the future of this year?
I mean,
The Lair is
yeah,
up ahead, under that
this
colony
fall
ship,
is gonna be
just on the other
fantastic
side of all those devils.
for
Any particular
for
reason in
gaming.
general?
Well, I mean, personally, you know, with what I've been talking about so far, you can probably guess what I'm gonna say.
I'll take a guess. Batman.
Yeah, because there's definitely a Batman game coming out this
Yeah, I
year.
thought so. Oh, you got it.
No, with what I've been talking about so far with, you know, my RPG background, you know, a lot of people can probably guess what I'm looking forward to, and it's gonna be, you know, Shadow of War, which, you know, I thought whenever Shadow of Mordor came out in 2014, I think, I pretty sure that was my game of the year for that year.
Your personal choice in choosing that?
Yeah,
What you
that was
thought
my
the best
personal, that was my personal choice of game of the year for
game?
that
Okay.
year.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm also really looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed. You know, they took a year off. It's set in Egypt. I'm interested in, you know, how that's going to work, because the Templars didn't come around until the Crusades.
Yes.
So
I personally, I've played half of 2 and stopped playing. So never really played much Assassin's Creed, but that is one I'm wanting to play personally because I'm a big mythology buff, where I love all types of mythology. Like, just in general, Greek, Nordic, Egyptian, all that is just fun to watch. And to read, all that stuff, so I do look forward to that game, whether it be playing or watching. So he
Yeah.
mentioned earlier that we like to play a lot of RPGs, but he likes a lot of RPGs. I personally like, well, to play RPGs in person in that regard, and that kind of stuff, whether it be like D&D and all that stuff. Me and Mitchell have played a couple campaigns together and stuff like that. It's just really fun
Guardian down.
to play together. There's very funny stories about those as well.
I hate this because I'm using such terrible weapons. I have to be so up close. I feel like.
I completely forgot what I was running. Yeah, my super was charged, so I chucked down to activate it. I think I was playing Sunbreaker with Hammer of Solace. I was like, oh, there's a giant shield now for protection.
Guardian down.
Ah, I'm dead. Alright, but yeah. So, what kind of character do you tend to play with video games and such?
Well,
Whether it be like a sneaky character, or something like that.
I guess I normally do play, you know, like rogues. I think that's what drew me to the hunter in this game, definitely.
Okay.
Because the rogue kind of, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not really a devious person in real life. So,
That's debatable. On that note.
yeah. Don't consider myself that devious, but
You have your moments.
there, I killed him.
I kill him, gets there.
But I also like using, you know, if it's a fantasy game, I enjoy magic users as well.
Yes. I tend to play a fighter or paladin of sorts, or a cleric. Very tanky religious characters. I love playing high diplomatic characters. Especially with given the option of that stuff.
Well, see, I take the same route, except I try and talk my way out of
This is the
things
Devil's Lair.
instead of try and convince them to see my way. Like you
Yeah,
do.
see, I try to convince them. The goal is like to make them want to kill themselves so I don't have to do it. That's how I always try to play. Make them do all
Believe
the
that's-
killing, not me.
I believe that would be lawful evil.
It works out of the way.
What's he gathering energy
And-
from?
Power cables. I don't know. I don't know. Earlier, Mitchell had mentioned that he chose the hunter because that's how his character type of plays he plays. In regard if he plays a sneaky-like character. My story of how I chose Titan was not as exciting, sadly. I got the game later compared to him, Mitchell, and my other friend, which I was resulting in trying to complete the party system in regard of balancing everybody else. So they had already chose Hunter and Warlock, so I was like, okay, well I'm stuck with Titan. It is the worst class.
Yeah, but you thought it was going to be good too anyways, because you were...
And it was. Early in the game, it was enjoyable. But as I get better, and it was great when Sunbreaker came out.
But now that they nerfed it, you're kind of...
They nerfed it so bad, and it's just like, okay, you're not fun anymore.
Golden
the game
Gun is
first came
still
out, you
god,
could-
though.
Oh, it is. And you got a throwing knife and stuff? I'm not denying that at all. So what's your favorite feature that you've seen so far with Destiny 2?
I like how much they're making the the open world stuff a lot more like an RPG and less what it was. Cause I mean you go out into these areas that they have, and you get to wander around and kill enemies that will come back in a couple minutes, and you can do the little missions. And there's a few secrets to find, which was nice. But for the most part, it's just kind of boring per se. But they're adding, the secret zones. I can't remember what they called them exactly. The lost sectors. That's what they call them. They're adding those in, and they're doing a lot more side mission type stuff that you can just find. I think they're adding settlements out into the wild, which you can come across.
That's really cool.
It's a lot of really nice stuff that I think will be
Well
fun.
done.
Sepix Prime cast
Okay.
a great shadow over our city.
I'm looking forward to we
With
played
its
the demo or
destruction, the
when
fallen
the beta when it
angels
came out,
will
and just all the
We must stay vigilant. The
I'm
fallen are
dead.
crafty. and they
That just
will find
happened.
ways to
All
survive.
the
They always do.
visuals look just so much better. I look forward to that. The cutscene and all that stuff.
Yeah. I am looking forward to hopefully they say they've rehauled the story so that it will be better and more story, and I'm hoping that's actually true.
Yeah, I can understand that. Alright everyone, thanks for watching that. That's going to end our first episode of Road to Destiny. Look, be sure to keep an eye out for more while we keep going through each strike in order. And if you enjoyed it, let us know how you like it. Please sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.